All right. Can anybody hear me?
Yeah.
All right.
Hear me?
Give me a minute. Let me get my earpiece on.
Okay. Alrighty. Hmm.
Hello?
Hmm. How you doing, man?
I'm doing fine. How about you?
I'm fantastic. I've been up since 8 o'clock this morning. It is now 2:08,
Okay.
and I'm very, very tired. It's been a long, long morning. Very frustrating morning.
Yes, I can
Mm-hmm.
understand it.
Mm-hmm. So, so you are the Hooman Azarm,
That I
correct?
am. Yes.
All right. Well, the reason why I'm asking is because your name's been kind of floating around a lot lately, and it's it's been more concerning on the side of DD and Tara, mostly DD, who used to go by an old username. Rev, do you remember what that name was?
Uh, mm, Phoenix
Think
something or other, I think.
Yeah, something along
Phoenix
those lines.
reactions.
Phoenix
Phoenix
Reactions, yeah.
reactions. Okay. So the issue that we're having here is that there is some stuff that's been going around about Genaro Jackson, and I've tried to get him to get an interview with me a
Okay.
multitude of times, and he has agreed, but then he goes back and declines when he's put under pressure by a bunch of people, and it's rightful pressure because there are questions that are being asked of him, and he is absolutely either refusing to answer, or he ducks out, or he tells his other people what's going on, and then they do the dirty work for him. So now that I have you here, it would be extremely beneficial if you could help us clear the air on that. Are you willing to do that?
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
So, first of all, 15 years ago, I was I was under treatment by my county, by therapists, by many people.
Mm-hmm.
I was being treated for any of these causes to go away and not happen. And I'm on medication,
Okay.
but Dee Dee keeps bringing up my past to make me look fragile and use it against his benefit to defend himself and his name because Dee Dee is in fact in possession of CP. How I know? Because the fact that he goes silent, he doesn't say anything, and he be deleting stuff off his computer. And I have seen him do that with his first channel that got hacked and deleted. And I was accused by it at that time during my therapy.
Okay. So, okay. So there's some obvious questions here to ask. So how long have you known Dee Dee?
Uh, good 4 or 5 years, but ever since then he started acting weird.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just cut my ties out with him. But he tried to be in contact with me when I told him I didn't want nothing to do with this. I didn't want nothing to do with his shenanigan.
Okay.
Period.
Okay. So, so this is going to be a little bit touchy, but I'm just trying to get the information together. So just bear with me.
Mhm.
So you have your incident that happened. I'm not going to repeat it. You had your incident that happened. You went to court for it. You get out of court. Things start happening. Am I to assume that that's around? So was it after you got out of court that you met Genaro Jackson?
That was yes when I was going through therapy. Yes.
Okay. What year do you remember, if you can recall, that you met him?
Uh, 2015.
You met him in 2015.
Yes.
Okay, so Rev, that checks out. He's known
Mm-hmm.
him for as long as a decade,
Yeah.
and he's been denying that.
Yes, he has.
Okay, so how did you meet Genaro?
I met him on PlayStation 3. Uh, I was playing Grand Theft Auto, just having my own little fun, blowing up people in tank. Then all of a sudden, he starts coming after me multiple times, like saying that I was bullying him when he in fact was the one that bullied me. And he
Okay.
didn't stop doing that until his parents had got on my ass multiple times. His parents chewed me out countless times because of Genaro's stupidity. Genaro didn't want to own up to his mistake, saying that he was the one. But he turned around and pointed the name at me. All
Okay.
those time I known him.
So when you guys met, okay, so this is just more of a yes or no, because I do have follow up questions.
Mhm.
Were you two ever actually friends at any point in time during these 10 years?
Uh,
Like,
uh,
like, like say I go and hang out with somebody and I go play ball with them or something. Like we're chill as fuck. Like, were you guys on that level of being friends at all at any point during y'all's interaction?
no.
No. So he's
No.
always so he's always disliked you.
Yes, he did. Because he always lied to his people, saying that I did something to him that I didn't. But in fact, he.
Well, wait. What was that something?
Okay, so as I mentioned before, he had said that he had lost his first channel. That's when he got his parents on me. And ever since then, his parents be on my ass 24/7.
Okay.
Not just Genaro himself.
Okay. So, um, the PS, so there's this whole thing going on about a
The
PlayStation 4.
PS, the PS4, I gave it to him. I gave it to him out of generosity because he wouldn't shut the fuck up about saying that how bad he wanted one.
How ironic
He
Mm,
that PS4 ended up being broken.
yeah.
no. Actually, he was the one that broke it.
Are you
He was
serious?
the
Oh,
one
okay.
that broke it. He was the one that broke it
So
because
you said you gave it to him out. Okay, wait. So you said you gave it to him out of generosity. Um,
yes,
so there was nothing tied to that PS4 when you gave it to him.
no, it was completely wiped out with his account and everything on there, all set up for it.
Here's what I mean. So did he give you any information in exchange for that PS4?
His address.
All right, okay, so
All right, so you could
no,
send it to him.
right. But
Yeah.
Yes.
what about information? What about information regarding children? Because that seems to be the talk of the town
Yeah.
for the moment.
No, he never discussed that with me.
So that clears him out for that. So then how do we get to the discussion part where he has the CP on his computer? Where did that come from? How did you come across that information?
No, because during those times, like I was friends with him. Like, we used to be on phone calls and such, and he used to tell me this, tell me that, until he had told me that he was in position as CP. At first, I didn't thought of nothing of it, but then it started to make me more suspicious because, like, he is trying to drag me down with him.
Hmm. There was a there was an image that was circling around the internet for a while from the Wizard 101 community. Are you familiar with that application?
No, no, I'm
Okay.
not.
Well, I believe Wizard 101, I don't remember who developed it, but it was a very popular community. A whole bunch of people were very close with each other. They were very good friends.
Hmm.
I can't exactly recall the name of the girl in that instance. I have two other people that probably can.
I
Rev,
don't know
if
the name.
you don't know the name.
Mm-mm.
All right, Rev, can you ask those two other people the name of that girl
Yes,
that had?
I will
Okay,
do.
please. All right, please do. At any point in time, just interrupt me and let me know what the name is. So this girl, I believe she was 12 years old. She had a nude image that was going around the community for a while, and she didn't know about this for about 3 to 4 years. And when she discovered it, she ended up killing herself.
What?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm not
I hadn't.
asking. I'm not asking
I
if you've seen. Yeah, go ahead.
I I had no idea this was going on.
Apparently a lot of people didn't either, except the two individuals that I didn't mention. But one other person did. Apparently, um, the conversation was shown about the image, about the girl, and about the people that were in that message DM talking about that picture. Apparently, um, Genaro Jackson might have had something to do with that. Not her death, of course, but he did have possession of that picture.
A picture that was only
Yes, he did.
obtainable. The picture was only
Yes,
obtainable
he did.
through a Tor browser.
Yes.
Yes, he did. He had access to that browser
Oh, okay.
24/7.
Hmm. Have you seen
He
this
had access.
picture? Have you seen the picture at all?
No,
You
no,
haven't.
I have not. I
So how do
pulled
you?
myself away from Genaro then
Okay. So
because
okay, go ahead.
because the Genaro was like acting very, very suspicious. Very suspicious.
Okay.
Okay, do I have the name?
Okay. What's the name?
Gabrielle Nightsinger.
Gabrielle Nightsinger.
Yeah.
Okay. So Gabrielle
Uh,
Nightsinger's nude was going around in the Wizard 101 community. And as Rev said, you can only get this image from something called a Tor browser.
Tor browser.
So, oh, okay. So how do you know that Dee Dee has access to this particular kind of browser?
because because every time I did a video call with him, vice versa, I could see what was going on his glasses. Everything he did on the computer, it reflected on his glasses.
Okay. So did you at any point in time discuss with him what he was doing when you could see the
No,
reflection of his glasses?
no,
But you're familiar
no.
with this kind of thing.
Right, I am, but I never discussed it with Didi because he would just deny the fact that what he was doing was wrong. So that's why I didn't bother discussing with him at all.
Okay. Are you aware that there is a video out there by another YouTuber? He goes by the name of Zexio. There's a video out there by Zexio where he has actually recorded Genaro trying to coax an adult to come out by using an actual minor to do so. Are you aware of that?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Well, there seems to be some validity with this stuff, Rev. Like
Mhm.
there's the rumors that have been flowing around. There's some that have definitely been debunked, but the one main thing is true. He does have access to minors. He has used minors in the past to commit these crimes.
Mhm.
It's not that hard to believe. I mean, I'm not trying to dogpile him, but if what Hooman Azarm, who has been arrested for
Mhm.
something like this before,
Really,
like something this,
really,
yeah,
Hooman really has nothing to lose at this point
that's what I'm saying.
in
There's nothing for
comparison
him
to
to hide
DD.
or lie
Right.
about.
Yeah.
So, when did you cut contact with Genaro?
Uh, last year.
Last year?
Last year he exactly accused me of CP.
How did you get his phone number?
He gave it to me. He gave it to me himself. And
Oh, go ahead.
and like I was out doing my thing out in the yard, and I get a call from him saying that, oh, we can't be friends anymore. And I asked him why. Then he got a group of people on Discord shouting at me. Even even the time I had met her like not even a week ago.
You met. Wait, did you just say Tara?
Yes, I had met her through Dee Dee a week ago before the incident had happened.
So you mean like not this year, obviously, but last year?
Yes,
So
correct.
there's no fucking way that Tara doesn't know who Hooman Azarm is.
Right. She said that she
That's
doesn't.
very interesting.
Rev, I'm sure you got questions. Go ahead and ask, dude.
So, you said you met Tara a week ago, right?
Yes, that was last year, sometime around, I think, I don't remember the month, but I met her around that time.
Last year.
Yes.
So what did the interaction entail? Like what did you and Tara talk about?
Normally, whenever I felt down or had major depression, I either talked to her about it since Dee Dee really didn't give a fuck about that, and then she had one time when I was on the phone with her, she said that do what I have to keep myself separated from people. If I have to block them, I have to block them, and that's what I did with Dee Dee.
That sounds exactly like Tara. That sounds
Yeah,
exactly like what
it
she would
does.
say.
Interesting.
And and ever since then, I have been cut off with them. Like I've been doing a lot better. I've been happier with with my therapy treatments. Been taking all my meds like I'm supposed to. Like no issue. Like I already did my time, and I'm not gonna go to jail again because of Dee Dee and Tara.
Right.
I'm not. I'm
Okay.
sorry, but my father is disabled. I'm attending to my disabled father right now. He doesn't have anyone else but me and my mother. So I'm doing all I can to keep my family together as it is.
So when you did cut ties with him, you cut ties with them completely last year.
Yes.
So why is D okay? So now I'm going to ask the obvious question here. Why is Genaro so hell bent on making sure that your name doesn't get out?
Because he's using that to defend himself and cover up his track. So anything that comes up comes like points at me.
Right. To give an example, God, Rev, it hurts my head to even mention this because it's so fucking retarded. He put a video of himself out saying that he does not have connections to a certain someone. He then proceeds to call you on live. And then
that he did. Yes, he
yes.
did. That's when I went off on him and said, "Stop calling me, bro. I ain't got nothing to do with you."
But here's the interesting part. He titled the video as "A Certain Someone."
I don't know why he would do that because obviously he's running from the law. I'm not. I'm following the law.
I know why he did that. Because if instead of calling you Hooman Azarm, well, I mean that would give credence to your name. Everybody would want to talk to you like how we're talking to you now. And if you're telling us what you would tell everybody else, that would quite literally fuck Genaro.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Yeah. But okay. So
and because of Genaro, I haven't been able to sleep at all for the past couple nights. Like I've been scared shitless thinking that the cops are going to come at my door and take me away again.
Okay, so let's talk just a little bit about your situation. Not completely, but let's talk about it just a little bit. So, you've been arrested, right?
Yes.
Have you been charged?
Yes, I have, and I did my time.
So, if when you say that you did your time, you mean to say that you have been convicted?
No, not convicted. I went to jail, then
Okay.
they had to take me to a therapeutic hospital where they evaluated me for 90 days and they administer the proper medication on me and they send me back with a prescription of those medication that they have put me on.
Did the mother of the victim at any point in time pull the charges away?
I
It,
believe
to
she did.
Okay,
I believe she did.
to help you understand, if you were convicted, you would be in prison right now. You wouldn't even be talking to us. So, I guess what I'm trying to understand is if you were charged, that essentially means that your case was put in the state. So, at that point, regardless of what the mother wanted to do or not, your life was literally in the state's hands. However, something happened to where the state said that they couldn't convict you or that they were told not to convict you. Because if what you did was true, you would have been convicted. So, and but well, even then, something had to have happened because you obviously did do what you did in that time. You did do that. You took the proper medication and everything. Something changed on the prosecutor side. That, like, do you understand what I'm saying, Rev?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like something like
All
that.
of a sudden, the prosecution just dropped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So something's up with that.
I
That's
mean, I mean, I used to check in with the judge and the prosecutor, and I spoke to him in front of my lawyer, and he asked me, "Is everything going good? Are you taking your meds like you're supposed to? Any issues?" And that was it. Those are the questions they asked me.
were the charges dropped?
Yes. They gave
Okay.
me a paper with the judge's signature saying that the case is dismissed.
Okay. So Rev, that's why we couldn't find him in the first place.
Right. Yeah.
So he was
Because
charged. So
people,
it's
Hooman, people have been telling us that you're a sex offender, that you're on the registry.
right.
So
And
obviously
No,
that isn't true.
no, I'm not.
so who pushed that fact, Rev?
Dee did.
DD.
Wow.
Dee made sure that everybody thought that the Hooman Azarm was a sex offender.
And yet nobody could find you.
Nobody could find his record.
Interesting. Weird how that works, isn't it, Rev?
It is.
So why? So again, I propose more of the question: why would again? Didi is trying to push Hooman into the hole as
Mhm.
far deep as he possibly can to where nobody can find him.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is why.
Yeah.
Because they're going to look at him and be like, well, nobody would talk to a sex offender. Well, of course not. But even if they were or weren't a sex offender, he's not a sex offender.
Mhm.
And he's been pushing that fact for the past like 3 months since he's been getting lambasted by everybody, including us. See, Hooman, I tried to get an interview with him to discuss with him this kind of stuff. And time again, he and Tara really tried to lead the interrogation or lead the interview.
Yeah.
Multitudes of times.
You couldn't talk to one without talking to the other. They had
No,
to
and
both be present. And the same happened in Inverto's live stream,
Yes.
which is
And
why it went to
D-
shit.
And Didi was
Right.
actually coaching Tara into what
Yeah,
needed to be said.
he was
because he was
DMing her
telling-
on Discord while she was there,
Yes.
and then she ended
Right,
up sending the invite.
right, and see, like the time Inverdo had reached out to me, like my lawyer got on my account and sent a message to him on my behalf because
Wait, so that was your lawyer?
yes,
Oh my god. I thought that Rev, I had to be honest with you, I thought that was a troll account. I didn't
Yeah.
think that was actually.
No, I didn't think that
What?
was real either.
So that really was
Be-
your lawyer.
yes, because my lawyer went through all my computer, my laptop, my PlayStation. There was no sign of pornography.
Well, that would explain why the lawyer was talking to us then.
Mhm.
What the fuck? I got nothing, Rev. I got nothing. I don't. Where do you even go from here?
I mean, it's blatantly obvious that Dee Dee has been trying to push a narrative this entire time. And now that he has Tara, who he doesn't care about Tara, that much is blatantly obvious.
No.
So he's just trying to push this narrative. He doesn't want anybody to talk to Hooman because he knows if anybody talks to Hooman, they're going to get some semblance of the truth. Dee Dee wouldn't have this conversation with us like Hooman is having right now.
No. And
It wouldn't
Hooman has
happen.
no reason to fucking lie
No.
either.
No.
Because he's already went through what he went through,
Yeah.
so it's like you said earlier, he's got nothing to lose.
And it explains why we haven't found anything on the registry, anything beyond the original news report, anything beyond the court case. It says everything.
You're fucked, Genaro.
Totally.
Every way to fucking Sunday, dude.
Yeah.
You're absolutely fucked.
I mean, I'm sorry, but you guys will do what you gotta do. I just want this man to stop slandering my name. I want this man to forget about me because he is legit giving me anxiety attack most of the day because it makes me wonder what's going on, what's gonna happen, what like you understand, right?
I do.
Because I have this ability.
Right.
I have autism, bipolar, anxiety, ADHD, insomnia.
Jesus Christ. I didn't realize it was that bad. So you know what? The fact that he has all these things, Rev,
Mhm.
that makes him a pretty easy target to manipulate, wouldn't
It
you
does.
say?
It does. And this is the same thing that I'll reiterate about the Tara thing. Tara being very heavily autistic, that much is blatantly obvious, very easy to manipulate, very desperate.
Yes.
Kind of lends into this idea that Dee Dee, what it is it's kind of what I've said multiple times. It's people with sort of they're on the spectrum, but they're not, it's barely differentiated. It's barely different from a normal person.
Right. The kings of them, you could say.
Yeah. So basically what they do is they're just the puppet masters. They
Yeah.
just manipulate, they use whatever they can to manipulate people and get what they want.
Which gives more credence to the fact that they are very cognitively aware of what they're doing.
Yeah.
Regardless
Which
of
would
the mental
explain the
disability
cult
that they
leader
have.
mindset that he has. This
Yes.
weaponizing of God and all the rest of it.
You know what? Let's actually tackle that before I'm
Sure.
through here. So, because this is actually very important. Another thing that has been on my mind very heavily on this is that Dee Dee is practicing Christianity a lot. So, in the 10 years that you've known him, has he ever once talked about God?
Excuse me, 1 second.
Okay.
Okay.
You know where I'm going with this, right, Rev?
I do.
Good. You're on the same page, Persephone?
Yeah, I have a lot of questions.
Well, I mean, like, well, you'll see why I'm asking here in a
I'm
second.
back.
All right, welcome back, friend. So, Genaro seems to be talking about God a lot nowadays. In the 10 years that you have known him, has he ever once spoken about God?
Yes, he did.
So he has spoken about God in these past 10 years.
Yes,
So
a
when you first
lot.
Okay, so when you first met him all the way up to this point, he has spoken about God a lot. Has he always been very preachy?
Yes,
Okay, so that
yes, he
okay.
had.
Well, this is the part that's interesting. His name pops up now, or his name's been popping up for quite a while. The part that's kind of interesting in this light is that nobody has heard him talk about God as much as he did until after this situation here that we're
Mhm.
dealing with. So, for an example, you go on his old, like, again, you take into account, like, what he did with Zexio, for an example, where Zexio had busted him, like, saying, hey, dude, you're kind of fucking up, like, doing this shit. It's literally entrapment, what you're doing with these kids, or what you're doing with him, or what you're, essentially that. And Zexio just didn't give a goddamn. Or not Zexio, Didi just didn't give a goddamn. He didn't give a fuck. So, my point is, it seems like God only matters when he's either in his preachy mindset or when he's in trouble. And
Correct.
and nobody has ever heard of him speak about God until this very moment. Because now suddenly on his community post, now God matters. Didn't matter before until he was approached about the PlayStation 4 situation.
Kind of really pisses him off. Can't lie
And
to you.
it does piss him off if you bring it up to him. He will
Yeah.
actually clam up and he will run.
Mhm.
Because I remember I was in a live stream with Didi. Tara invited me and then he booted me out.
Instantly.
Yeah.
So so I'm not saying I don't think that you're lying, obviously. It's just that if he has really been preachy for as long as you've known him, like back in 2017, it's very weird that he's now suddenly talking about God. Now he's talking about God. He never has in our presence. So is he
I
being
don't
two
get.
so is he being two-faced, Rev?
I think DD is absolutely being two-faced.
Yeah. Because on one breath he'll talk about God and then in another breath, I mean, well, he certainly didn't stop his aunt from saying what they did on the live. So,
No, he didn't.
no, he didn't. And then he's calling other people stupid motherfuckers and calling them all kinds of names and everything. And then seconds later, in that same breath, you lose amen by the name of God. Makes no sense.
No. So is that all you need to know? Because I need to go eat some lunch.
I'm finished. Do you have any? Wait, well, Persephone, you had a couple of questions, right?
Yes, I do.
Please be
Okay.
civil, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously, yes. We spoke on the phone earlier.
Mhm.
And I have a couple questions for you into regards of uh are you okay right now?
Yes, I'm fine.
Okay. Good. Little check right there.
Okay.
What my question was is regarding the thing with Didi, what is regarding another minor. I see that you Didi led you into a chat. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Hazam. Um um
Didi had led him into a chat, right?
a chat on Instagram with another minor who was a 13-year-old boy, and you allegedly sent him a picture of your genitalia.
Is that true?
And
At the time, I had no idea what was going on. I was basically blindfolded. Not until then I realized what was going on.
because
Did you
mind you, this minor is still a mod for Dee Dee's channel. Mind you, this minor wants nothing to do with Dee Dee.
Oh my god. I okay. See, like that's the part I was trying to tell.
How did you meet this said 13-year-old? Was it through Dee Dee's like, oh hey, come meet my friend, and
No,
you guys
no,
are
like it
playing?
was through Didi.
Like, I remember him having a big group on Roblox. Did you ever play Roblox with any Dee Dee's friends?
No, normally I either played with him or by myself.
Okay. What I'm trying to get at, Miss Human, is that I'm trying to get at what went down between you and the said minor, and there was a lot of. This is what you're currently, because this is the first thing you were ever accused of when you first, Dee Dee got exposed for having the PS4 in exchange for helping you groom the said 13-year-old boy. That is what's being said.
Interesting.
Okay, so like I said before, I didn't know this was happening. I was blindfolded. I didn't like I had no idea that was a kid. Like in all sincerest, like I didn't know.
So are you saying that you were, in effect, being weaponized by somebody else to do these things?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. That
So
would
you had
be
no idea.
No, I had no idea how old the kid was or or whatever. I had no idea.
so. It
He
seems like
basically
Genaro did
gave
though.
he basically put a kid in front of you, say, "Hey, come talk to him," and then that happened.
Yes.
What
Jeez.
the fuck, man?
I'll be right back, you guys.
Yes, Mom.
I think we're about
Okay,
finished
I'm
here.
coming.
Actually, I
Yeah.
think
I think we're about finished here.
I'll be there.
I'll wait for him.
Yeah.
And then there's another question regarding threats to children.
All right. Well, one more for him because he's got to get going. His
Yeah.
mom's actually calling him.
All right.
Yes. Yes, go
Okay.
ahead.
All right. So last question, and then we'll be finished. Go
Hmm.
ahead, Persephone.
Um, Another question that I may have is like, on a public live stream, you were live streaming with Dee Dee and another person called Vs Sonic, other known as Draven, another child predator. And you said some things that you said you would torture and kidnap someone's child. Is that true?
I o- I only used that example towards the one individual that had said that because that didn't felt right in my head. It didn't felt right because like why would a person want to say something like that?
He's on medication now.
Mhm.
So my first thoughts are, and Dakota, you had a good point. I think that I think that he only if this took place before he went to court and everything,
This was after he went to court.
it was after. Okay,
Okay.
so then he was probably still in his detoxing progress when he was taking medicine for
Persephone,
his
if you don't mind me
issues.
asking, when did this happen?
This was the first thing that I was ever introduced to. This was like a few years ago.
A few
This
years
is the
ago,
first thing we ever heard.
2 years ago, 3 years ago.
3 years, yeah.
Okay.
It was there. Zexio made a video on it,
Right.
saying that Human threatened to torture and kidnap
Okay.
the kids of the people that were calling him out.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. I think that's pretty much I think that's pretty much all that I have for you. Um on a personal note, um I have actually tried to call you. I don't know if you knew if it was me
Mhm.
calling you or not, or if I had called somebody else. Um, just wanted to let you know that that was the reason why that I called you personally, like on your phone.
Mhm.
I called you because again, all the stuff that we just discussed here. Uh, there's a lot of darkness happening around here, and there's not a single bit of light around here in terms of, well, where the hell is the truth at?
Mhm.
Everything is obscurely hidden. So I really do appreciate you taking the time to
Likewise.
talk to us very much.
Mhm.
Like, I don't think you understand the amazing thing that you did for us today. And not just for us, but for all the kids out there that he has genuinely fucked up.
He has them wrapped around his finger at this point.
Yes.
DD
I mean,
genuinely scares me.
it's no problem if it means helping out, then by all means. Cause like like I don't like seeing this kind of crap going on. I don't. Like it really pisses me off.
Well, I have a feeling that God is definitely going to be knocking on Dee Dee's door
Oh,
very
yeah.
soon.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, Mr. Hooman
Okay.
Azarm. Any final words before we leave?
No, you all have a good day. God bless.
All right. Hey, take
Mhm.
care, man.
Yeah,
Get
see ya.
yourself
You
well,
too.
okay?
Yeah.
You too.
All right.
Bye bye.
See ya.
God damn!
I'm still recording, by the way, so.
Same.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
What do you got to say, Rev? I'm
I
at a
mean,
loss for words.
Interview of the century, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I can see why Genaro doesn't want anybody to talk to him.
No.
I mean, to me, as much as the guy did some fucking bad shit, he's on. You can tell he's on drugs.
He is.
You can tell he's medicated.
He is medicated, but when I was thinking about what he was saying about the Persephone thing, I was trying to figure out if, like, at the time that he was, like, wired or unwired.
Right.
It's like,
Maybe
well,
not
this
on the
interview,
right. Maybe not on the right medication. Or
yeah.
Yeah.
But regardless of that, it's like, well, yeah, he is drugged at the moment. Yes, obviously with his medication. It's like, well, you can't use that as interview material. Yes, we can.
Mhm.
Because everything that lined up, everything that's been explained up to this point without Hooman Azarm in the picture, now lines up with everything that Hooman Azarm was telling us.
Yeah.
So, what we learned today,
Tara
Dee
knows
is a
who, man.
fucked up individual.
Tara
Yeah.
knows who, man.
She lied to our faces.
Of course she did. Of course she did.
I want to say some things, but you're recording, so I'm not going to.
I am recording, yes. Keep that in mind.
Yeah, please don't. The Instagram thing is very interesting to me as well because I
You didn't know that?
Well, I didn't know what line of logic that you were going with on that, so I just kind of sat back and
It
listened.
was
Right.
But-
involving another minor.
It's not just that. Like what you just presented and what he just proved is that Dee Dee grabbed a minor, like not physically, like metaphorically speaking.
Mhm.
He grabbed a minor, put them in front of Hooman,
Knowing
advertised
full
them
well,
to-
knowing
Yeah.
full well what Hooman had done.
Yes. And then advertised this kid to Hooman. Hooman comes in, shows his genitalia, mission accomplished, he's gone.
Yeah.
And Genaro did that full well knowing the child's age.
I mean,
And by the
look,
way, I think
as far as I'm concerned, if you've gone to court and the charges have been dropped, you can't use any prior evidence. You
No,
can't
you
use any
can't.
of that. It's already gone through the court system. That's it.
right. Now that's not
we
to
need
say
to
that
get a we need to get a hold of that minor.
we'll do that, but
Maybe.
the other thing is like see, this is the court process.
Mhm.
This goes like I quoted Casey Anthony the other day. The court case was that she had killed a baby and put that baby in the dumpster and the way that the baby was killed was via suffocation. There was tons of circumstantial evidence to prove that she did it,
Mhm.
but she was still found innocent of it
Yeah.
until a month later when they had looked through the computer stuff again. Foolproof suffocation was found on the Google thing right before they decided to kill the baby. But
Mhm.
because she had already been found innocent, they couldn't use it.
Right. Yeah.
So that's like basically, again, the whole argument. Here's my beer can. I tip over my beer can. Now, is it still there?
Mm.
So there's no doubt in my mind that he did do what he did.
Yeah.
Like Hooman. Hooman did do what he did to the kid.
Mhm.
Nobody's dismissing that. I don't know what exactly happened, but one thing's for sure. He was charged. He wasn't convicted. He was taken to a therapist. He was given drugs to medicate himself with this situation. It
Mhm.
doesn't change the fact that he did what he did with the kid.
Oh yeah. I mean, mental cognizance comes into it.
Yeah. But the thing is, I think DD knew that.
Yeah.
And he used that information to his advantage to do whatever he wanted to do.
I mean,
with
DD
Hooman.
knows right from wrong, so he's already leaps and bounds above Hooman.
Well, here's the other interesting part, and I don't know if Zexio is going to watch this. If he does, that would be great. Maybe he can answer this question for us. That video where Zexio basically said, "Hey, I don't know what the fuck you're doing, but you're fucking using a mina to do this shit. I don't know. Just fucking. What if that person? What if? Okay, wild conspiracy theory, right? What if that miner that he was using in that video was the same miner that was the miner involved with fucking Hooman Azarm?
I'm not sure.
That would
It's a
definitely be a can of worms.
It would be a can of. It's a wild conspiracy theory, but
It is.
it
So I'm
would
pretty
be.
sure.
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure Mr. Nah, I can't say his name. The miner in question, I would say that's a better wording.
Mhm.
Is that because the miner made a video on Hazam,
Okay.
and I know where to find him. I
Okay.
don't know where you know. But the thing is that when after that whole can of worms was opened and out in the open, this guy, I cannot think.
It's okay. You'll be fine. You'll get better.
It'll get better.
Cause I'm trying to wrap my head around who the fuck I just talked to, right? I know
Right.
who I talked to, right? But I'm like,
You said the miner made the video. That's where you last left off. The miner made the
yes,
video about Hooman Azarm.
yeah, he made the video saying that he sent him nudes
Mm-hmm.
in a group, and I don't know, I'm sure if it was a group chat, but it was some type of a chat on Instagram.
Right.
And I think we need to talk to him too, because he absolutely despises Dee Dee with all his passion, because he knows.
The fact that you're presenting it is that my conspiracy theory is now starting to look like a reality.
It is. All right. What I do want to say though is I'm going to conclude the recording here. That was Hooman Azarm, the sex offender who actually isn't on the register and isn't a sex offender at all, and the charges were dropped. So DD Live Studios has a lot to fucking answer for, and so does Tara. I wonder how Tara knows Hooman. All right, I'm gonna end the recording here.
Wait.
So
last thing before you do.
Go ahead.
Last thing. Tara, you should have jumped ship while you could have.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And little old Revy
Fuck you,
here apparently
Tara,
got
fuck you.
accused of blackmailing you, and that didn't happen. All right, I'm out. See you next time.